right. XB2 Nation, how you doing? Leon McIntosh, RC America, Team X-Ray here. If you've seen my videos in the other cars for the XT2, the XB4, very much the same. Recapping last week's IOCC for the car, letting you know what I changed, what I didn't do. So that way, hopefully it helps you and you got some more info for running on a carpet surface back where you're at. For me, first time running on black carpet. Super high traction, particularly because there was a ton of traction additive in the track from the on-road race the week before. But the IOCC in Las Vegas, held by Scotty Ernst, the guy that organizes all the EOS races over in Europe, certainly one of the best races I've ever been to. And if you've not raced on carpet, look, I know a lot of guys are dirt purists, but dude, it was awesome. Had a great time. Did really good in truck, TQ1 truck, finished 9th in four-wheel drive overall. Kind of disappointing. I'm stoked to make the main, disappointed because I had a car to be top 5, hands down. Ran hot laps with some of the best of them, but some of the brakes just didn't go my way, and then the driver behind the wheel just couldn't get it done in a couple situations. So it is what it is. Going through the XB2 right now, though. This one was kind of my wild stallion for the week. Had trouble getting it to where I wanted. Had some really good things. I think I got it to a point that was better than where I started. But not 100% to where I wanted, and we'll talk about why that is. I think the setup that I started with had the car really driving around on the nose, had it pivoting on the nose, and the track was really high-speed carousels into really tight 90s. So you're carrying a ton of speed, and then it's dumping and just traction rolling right off the track. So I was trying to get it to drive more on the back and let me steer. Instead of being hesitant on the wheel, I wanted to be able to kind of yank the wheel back and forth, and tried to make some accommodations to do that, right? So my setup is exactly what you see in the link below is exactly what I ran. Ran the carbon chassis, carbon stiffeners, tried to stiffen it up a little bit, ran the carbon battery brace without the flex linkage, so still had some of that stiffness. 6.5 motor with a little bit of boost timing for the straightaway. She was a rocket ship. Hobby Wing speed controller, Phantom motor. Ran the slipper. What I thought was crazy was the slippers literally backed out flush, and this thing would still pull wheelies. Modified the front, built my own front sway bar. Ran a 1.3 front sway bar. Ran all the aluminum bits in the back, the aluminum plate and aluminum hubs. But the one thing that I want to talk about that I probably would have changed or would have liked to have played with more is really the anti-squat. The setup sheet that you have has 2 degrees, that you see is 2 degrees of toe on it, and I'm running the narrow pivots with the number 6 hex adapters. But I would have liked to have tried taking more anti-squat out, which means flattening that pin. And the reason is because I feel like when you have more anti-squat, that the car just wants to, it's gonna want to transfer weight more. And by taking some of that anti-squat out, I felt like it would stop it from transferring weight and allow me to keep the car rolling on the back, keep the car rolling flatter, more neutral, and then really kind of yank the steering like I wanted. Didn't get to try it all the way, started it, took a degree out at a time. I ended up at 1 degree, but that's definitely something I would try more of. Last, I went up to 550 in the front shocks, 400 in the rear shocks. Shocks were really good. I ran, what do we got here? I think it's two stripe fronts, 2 stripe rears. So relatively stiff, but overall really good. Didn't fare too well, made a lot of mistakes. As far as the tires go, did the same thing. Inside row, outside row on the rears, cut them off. On the front tires, I glued the front sidewall all the way up to the pin and even took a row of spikes out of it. There's only 2 rows, so I took 1 row out to get that initial rip away. And I tried it both ways, but overall, car was really good. Let me know if you have any questions, if there's any setup questions. And again, this is black carpet with spike tires, not slicks or anything, so you may need to make some setup changes. But if you have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a shout. Leon McIntosh, X-Ray, RC America, Proline, Phantom, Shell. Thanks to all my sponsors. Race was really amazing. If you get an opportunity to check it out, highly suggest it next year. Las Vegas is a really cool place. The Westgate was a really neat hotel. You know, despite all the things that happened the week before, still really, really fun time, well-run program, and looking forward to going back again. Look for some more info here soon. Going to a dirt track that is MC Slicks that will be running out. Super high traction, probably pretty similar to even running on carpet or AstroTurf, but definitely different. So catch you guys later. Let me know if you have any questions. Do the best we can to answer them.